I called OSHA on my employer. Despite dozens of attempts to discuss with management my concerns of unsafe practices, I was ignored and brushed off. I was involved in a safety incident, the very thing I warned them about. It was traumatizing and not one person accepted fault or apologized. I called OSHA that same day. My former employer was issued several citations and fined. Then I was seen as the problem and eventually terminated. I don't regret anything. We all should feel safe and respected at work. Try to get them for retaliation. Report to the relevant authorities that you were fired after filing an OSHA report. Last time I checked, that's retaliation. The doll will nail them for that too. Did you file a retaliation complaint with OSHA? Now report them again to OSHA and to the Department of Labor for retaliation. Me and my employees have been adamant about complaining about the black mold all around our office. In the walls, in the floor. Everyone constantly is sick with respiratory issues and everything else, yet we keep getting met. With all the buildings being remodeled soon, it's been over a year and nothing's been done about it. I'm furious. The harassment because you know too much and HR does nothing about it when you showed plenty of proof. I'm over it. I've silent quit for quite some time, due for well over a year. The final straw, they shorted me my holiday hours and put it on my regular pay. Told all my employees to relay the message back to me that they will be paying the X amount on next payday. That's a final straw. I'm done. Never again will I work for a small corporation ever again. No room for growth, no room for promotions, raises. You're stuck until somebody quits. But then you're replaced by another guy, and I still think it's because I have a BJJ that I never got offered the position of the DM. Retaliation. https://www.osha.gov/losregs/regulations/standard number /24/24.103. It's a huge problem if they fire you as retaliation. I don't know how it works with OSHA, but in housing situations, if you are evicted within a certain amount of time of making a complaint, it's automatically assumed that it is retaliation. It sounds like your termination was pretty immediate. Call an employment attorney. They need to learn they can't treat people that way. Thank you for calling to report them, the scumbags. Safety always gets the backseat. It would be different if the desk jockeys calling the shots were actually hands-on, then they would respect safety a heck of a lot more. Sounds like you were unfairly terminated. Sorry about what happened to you on all fronts. I would think that you may be entitled to some form of compensation, as the way they handled things seems very underhanded. And you are calling an employee lawyer today, right? Talk to a lawyer. You probably have grounds to sue them. Stop talking about this incident until you speak to an attorney. Whoever you talk to could potentially be used as a witness to impeach your credibility. If you don't have your complaints documented, start writing everything down as best as you can remember. What you complained about, when, witnesses, meetings, what you were told, what, if anything, was done. Come up with a list of coworkers aware of the problem and of your complaints. You should also document your injury and write down everything you remember about your OSHA complaint. Depending on state law, you may have a right to get a copy of your personnel file. You should ask for that. I'm a retired attorney. I wish I had $1 for every time I wrote this on Reddit. You need to talk to a lawyer. In addition to an OSHA report, find out who your company's workers' comp and/or liability insurance carrier is and send anonymous documentation of the issues to their underwriting department. Someone called OSHA once on our employer for not plowing the parking lot on a year we had so much snow. Employer was pissed, but like, It had been a week. People were getting stuck and having to shovel themselves out after being gone for 40 hours and working 12 hours. We're in transportation, go somewhere on a tour of duty. Go to hotel for rest. Come home on another tour of duty. Someone was going to get hurt. The company has the equipment but cut all the manpower so it wasn't getting done. It got done real fast once OSHA showed up. This is where unions are a good thing. There isn't a damn thing the company can do about it in terms of firing whistleblowers. They can put a target on your back. But follow the rules and be careful and you'll be fine. It's illegal for employers to retaliate employees for calling OSHA. If you can prove this, you will win in a lawsuit easily. Talk to the federal doll and your state doll. They will fry their asses. If you made a record of your workplace safety complaints to your employer, you can and should provide a copy to OSHA. If the employer has not corrected the safety issues you reported to them, OSHA can use your written workplace safety complaints as evidence the employer was aware of the issues and failed to take corrective action. https://www.osha.gov/workers/file complaint. Go down to how to file a whistleblower complaint. Clearly the employer is not versus employee rights. You got some money coming your way. If they terminated you, that is a violation and needs to be reported to OSHA for retaliation. I think OSHA is now one of the few companies that I would absolutely love to work for. This is the way.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.